Fitness Pro Mentor community, what is going on? Super excited. Here's why we're here. This guy's here. AHMED AHMED, what's going on?
Brandon, it's amazing to be here. And by the way, congratulations. 8 years is a big deal.
8 years of Strata. That's completely nuts.
They say most businesses fail like in the first 3 to 5 years.
Oh, good. Well, we made it past there, so we haven't failed. Yeah. If failure was the totem, then we're doing okay. So in case you didn't know, AHMED flew in from New York to observe Strata and check out our facility. And coincidentally, we've got like a bunch of giant projects going on. Birthday. I'm doing a big presentation today. So if you're part of the mentorship program, it's going to be a brand new recording that's going to be on this computer of how I talk to people. Hopefully it doesn't suck. And then AHMED's auditing the facility for the next 3 days. I'm taking him out to sushi. And I got another big thing that I'll be explaining to everybody here in the future, but I got to wait to see how it pans out. But AHMED, how was your flight in?
Yeah, it was good. I slept the whole way. I got up at 4 in the morning, made my bag because yesterday I was working on a bunch of stuff and marketing and had some calls and clients, tried to bunch everybody in. But I'm doing real good. I'm really excited to be here, and just being here gives me energy. So we're here.
Just wait, he hasn't even seen the whole gym yet, so we're going to make this a short episode just because I want to let him have a look at everything. But, I mean, AHMED, here's a big question. You've probably been a part of the mentorship for years, which is wonderful. Absolutely love it. You've made some incredible growth. Highest grossing month last year in a long time, pre-COVID. Mm-hmm. Why the hell would you get on a plane and fly here to learn from us? Don't say peer pressure.
I mean, there are so many reasons. I think Glenn and I, he's my mentor, and we were talking about how do I want my business to look in the next 6 months.
Just a little closer.
And one of the things that I was talking to him about was how I wanted to come in to see the way that you guys do things. Because the way that I think about success in any field is this. Who are the people that are successful in that field? And then how do I copy them? And when I say copy them, I mean it in the most education-based way, because I feel like the way that you educate and the way that you teach concepts is really easy to understand because you're an incredible communicator. And the business knowledge that you've given has helped me not just with my personal training career, but just my professional development as a whole. And so for me, it's all about how can I learn as many things as possible quickly, and I learn best when I'm in here in person, and you have a lot to offer. You're always so generous, and so it was worth it.
Well, I'm super honored for you to say all that, and I mean, honestly, Curtis Clay, I was talking to him once about exactly this, and he was saying that in his opinion, there really isn't a lot of original information. And he was quoting somebody, and I understand where he's coming from, that most of the information that's out there is something that's already been taught before, and it's just repackaged and reshaped in a way. And in most cases, I would agree. Like most of the things, like if you think about RTS, I mean, Tom Purvis has created an incredible packaging, but a lot of those concepts, classical mechanics, been around for a long time. The idea of having a high-quality business experience, been around for a long time. Greg Max, muscle activation, like there's lots of components to these things that have been around for longer than the person who created the... Same with Strata. We maybe have some unique ways of doing things, but it's been things that have been around for a long time. It's just the reorganization of it. And the expediency, I think, of what we try to teach is really what you're talking about. And that's... I mean, I'm the exact. I mean, I wish there was a mentorship. I was just saying this yesterday to you, or Monday, that costs what we charge, that you could learn the amount of information. I was thinking about it again this morning. I was like, I wish there was something like this for me, because I want to go faster, but everything starts to get to $12,000 a year or more real fast. So that's exciting. What do you look? Yeah. Sorry.
So for some context for the audience here, yesterday I think on Monday I was talking to Brandon. I was like, hey, you know what, man? I want to spend money with you for the rest of my life. And I said that because of this reason. Brandon is a real giver. And at the same time, he has this personality where he's just so attractive. Obviously, the way he looks. But what I mean is he
hasn't seen my bald spot yet. So
the attraction I mean is like the reason why is because you want to be successful and you want to keep growing and you want to help other people keep growing. You know, and to your point, how like there isn't really anything that's original. I forgot which movie it was, but there was a movie where somebody was looking at a dictionary and he was just saying, oh yeah, there's this word, and this word. And these words already exist, but I'm just putting them in a specific order to make something my own, and that's what everybody does. So there isn't really such a thing as copying. And I think it's really interesting because, you know, you've even been generous enough to allow some of your students to use like the whole move and exercise pain-free idea. And I think that giving attitude, and always being open to answering questions, that what I pay versus the value, there's just such a big gap there. There's so much more value. And so if you're listening to this, do it. Join Fitness Pro Mentors, because I've done a couple of business coaching things beforehand, and I knew within a few months that it just wasn't going to work for me. There wasn't that like one-on-one. I didn't feel like they cared the same way that you guys care, and there's so much, the exercise study group and all of that. It's incredible. So thank you for everything that you've helped me with.
I'm super honored, and I appreciate it. And I didn't plug him to say any of those things. Those were all his words. So I'll only give him money after this. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you. And I appreciate that a lot. Asking you, and then everyone else can kind of hear. There's a lot here, right? There's all the equipment. There's the stuff that you've known marketing wise. What is it that you're most excited about to learn while you're here? Don't say everything. You can't say everything.
So this might sound a little crazy, but it's really just being around your personalities, because at the end of the day, I feel like people are successful as opposed to just actions. And I say that because anybody can take action for a specific period of time, but it's the person with their values that's really going to make a difference in the business landscape or in the personal training world over a long period of time. And I think that's what draws us to some of the similar people, like you mentioned, Tom Purvis, Greg Mack, and some of these people. And so for me, you're one of those people in the business world specifically, and personal training. And I love that you're always looking to do things a little bit differently and grow. And that's what I'm most excited for. It's just being around you, seeing the way you think, seeing the way you do things, and trying to gather what I can to use my little mirror neurons in there and try to learn some things so that maybe one day I can get to your level.
You will, for sure. Honestly, this comes back to many things. I've told this cheesy story multiple times, but as you know, was literally teaching for RTS, was master level, all these things, and I didn't have a business. And to me, there was a clear problem there, because it wasn't just about what you know. It's about how you apply it and how people hear it, and then how people convey it, like I was just saying in the networking mentorship call just a second ago. So I'm honored, man. Cool. Is there anything you want to say to Fitness Pro Mentors while you're in front of this little diggy?
Yeah, I can't stress enough. Join the mentorship. It's so simple. And Brandon, he hasn't paid me in money, but he's paying me in something that's even more valuable, and that's education and mentorship. So thank you for everything. Dude,
I'm happy to have you here. So just for you to know, what's very coincidental is I have this huge presentation for a retirement home that I'm building a relationship with for our business in 1 hour. So we're going to wrap this up, and then we're going to head over there with Glenn in the baby Silverado. You'll see what I mean. Silverado with baby chairs. Hopefully Glenn fits in the back seat. We talked about this. It's going to be interesting to see. We got a lot going on, so it's going to be a busy time. And if you're ever in Newmarket, please come by, because Cozy Sushi is my spot. High quality sushi right across the street. Premium. I'm taking Ahmed there so he can advocate for it tomorrow.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And we got an exciting 3 days ahead. So everyone, thanks so much, Ahmed. Thanks for the really kind words. This Friday, we're going to do a quick, the second half of the Get 10 Clients in 14 Days. If you're interested, please check that out. Last week, I gave you some strategies to set up what you need to do if you're looking to get more clients. If you haven't done that, go watch it. And then this Friday, we're going to be actually talking about the steps you need to take with those lists that I helped you curate so you can grow and get as awesome as Ahmed and Strata as fast as possible. All right, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you real soon.